Hey Aquarius, what's up? It's Black Madonna HP with Table Etiquettes, coming to bring you a collective energy read. I don't know what made me say collective energy read, but I feel like this energy is just not for you, but for collective energies as well. Beloved got a message that he wants delivered, and I guess I'm gonna be the messenger of this message. So let's see. Beloved, what's your message that you have for Aquarius, please? Intuition, renewal, and rebirth. You know what Beloved just said is he's talking about face value. People taking things at face value, not in tune with their intuition. Face value. Things appearing as things that they're not. Let's go ahead and get into the message. This seems like this is going to run pretty deep. Beloved, what's the message you have for Aquarius? And I noticed I went for a different deck than the original one I thought I was going to be using. But Beloved's in control, as always. Let's go ahead and have your way, Beloved, in this reading. Thank you so much, God. Have your way. Are you aware of how you look to other people, Aquarius? How people look up to you, how you shine bright? When you step into a room, people instantly notice you. Is it because you're the star? Absolutely. But it's something more to it. And we're about to get into it. The Magician. Temperance. The Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. The Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, Justice, the King of Pentacles, and the odd man out, the Ten of Cups. You were meant to have this happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful life, right? That Beloved has given angels charge over you and your life to give you all the good things in life because of your heart. Because of who you are as a person, as an individual. This was a promise since the beginning of time. This is a promise like Beloved made to like your great grandmother, or your great grandfather, right? When we talk about generational blessings, generational wealth, you are that generation that is reflected through and to. There's more to life than what meets the eye, Aquarius. Wow. You know what I just got, Aquarius? The reason why you go through some of the things that you go through is because the spiritual realm knows who you are, but you don't. right? The spiritual realm knows that you hold power, that you're a magician, right? That you can manifest anything you choose in life, and that God has given the angels charge over you. Right? You have the pinnacle always within you. This is your line, your direct connection to God, right? You don't need to come outside of yourself to grab a pinnacle, because the pinnacles are within you. Whatever you need, whatever you want in life, you have the ability to pull it up out of you. That's the power of you, right? Like this powerhouse source that doesn't realize who they truly are in life. Your ancestors know. And I don't like to use the term ancestors, and I'm going to tell you guys why, okay? I try to really have table etiquette and explain different things that I've learned along the path. In this world of tarot, when they're talking about ancestors, you better back up. Because they ain't talking about your deceased loved ones, right? Because you could say deceased loved ones, or your grandparents, or your grandfather, grandmother, right? When they say God, they don't necessarily mean that it's the same God that you serve or that you believe in, right? But they use ancestors freely. So one day I'm like, ancestors? I'm like, let me see. And the way it happened was kind of interesting, because this lady hit me up off of Facebook. And I don't even really do Facebook at this time. For some reason, I was accessible. But so she's like, yeah, your ancestors told me that you need to make an offering, and that if you make this offering, this will happen and that will happen. And I'm like, And she's like, don't worry, I believe in God. And that triggered me. You know, maybe in that moment my intuition kicked in, like, so I text her back, what's the name of the God? Or what's God's name? Because God said his people will know his name. Okay, God is his title. Like Lord is Jesus' title, or, you know, what have you. So she told me some name. So I started looking into her religion, which ended up being like an African religion, or maybe a voodoo religion. I'm not exactly sure. But I went on her page and I seen that she had an altar. And she was making these offerings and doing all this type of stuff, right? And I'm like, the God I serve won't be having me like make no offerings. Like, she outside with pigs, and okay, it just got real fast, right? Regarding spirituality, because this was a test I was going through. Little did I know, like, this test was one of the tests of my faith, right? Because the way she had crafted her words will make you believe, right? That this, like, she was a messenger and she was sent to you, and this is what God wanted you to know. But being strong in my foundation with God, having studied so much of biblical principle, so much of world religions, Buddhism and Hinduism, and you know, oh my goodness, not Allah, but Muslim and whatever, right? I've studied different world religions because I've already been put to that test. Like, are you gonna believe really in me, or are you just gonna believe in me? I'm like, after what I experienced, I know one thing for sure is that you are God, period, right? So either way, when I start looking into ancestors, and yeah, it's a whole different religion than what the one you think you practice, or maybe you do practice it. Who am I to judge? But when you have ancestors and you summons them, and I'm gonna call and use that word summons, when you summons them for something you need, They'll give it to you, right? But there are circumstances with it. Like you may have to sacrifice, like this ancestor might like grapes and chocolate and this and that, and this one might like milk, and so you have to make like different altars for your different ancestors and so on and so forth, right? Make a long story short, and to put it in visual aspects, you guys remember The Princess and the Frog? And how the princess and the frog, the guy, whoever he was, that portrayed like he was Prince Abu through town or whatnot, he had that power from his ancestors. But remember at the end, his ancestors came because there was something that he was supposed to give them back, and he didn't. And so the ancestors came and they got upset and angry, because ancestors get upset and angry and all that stuff. And it's like really a whole different world. So when you are doing your spiritual work, when you are diving into spiritual understandings of life, do not indulge in things in which you do not understand. Because I don't understand that in the spiritual realm, I do not disrespect those ancestors. I know that like spirits reign in different shapes, form, whatever, right? I'm not trying to disrespect anyone in the spiritual realm. But to educate, when they say ancestors, they're not talking about your passed on loved ones, okay? Either way, you have this in the spiritual realm. Why? Maybe because you're passed on loved ones, or maybe because you are the chosen ones. Whatever the case is, you've been crowned a royal priestess. Wow. According to the a royal dendenum, a high priestess, according to the line of Melchizedek, or something, Melchizedek. I was going to get it together, Melchizedek, okay? You've already been crowned in the spiritual realm. Here's the issue that you're having. Because you don't know. Because it's what's hidden from you. What you have not yet learned. You find yourself a lot, Aquarius, in this energy. This hermit energy. Seeking truth, wondering why, or why, or why. And beloved sometimes put you alone so you can try to discover the truth. But you see how this hermit, ironically, his lantern is below him. He's not looking into it. Most hermits are looking into the lantern because it's a star there, right? Your star. Why is this hermit not looking into the lantern when that's you in there? That's who you truly are, and that's what's been the problem. This is why people haven't been able to come through and defeat you and make you feel some type of way, because you are unsure of who you truly are. Okay, you really don't know the power of you, and people play on that energy because they can see it, but you can't, or you haven't been able to see it up until this point. Okay, so you find yourself a lot of times here, right, in this sunken place, feeling like some type of plague is going on in your life, or oh God, why me? Oh God, why? And beloved, it's like, look, you are never far away from me. I always got you. But you have all the power within you. You have the blueprint to your life. Remember, beloved said you are the oracle. Wow. You are the oracle, the high priestess. You were put here to make others understand and to save them. This is your calling. Why? Because this is where your prosperity lies. This is where your truth lies. Once you realize who you are, Aquarius, how when you enter the room, how people stand up, pay attention, and take notice, then you'll honestly like know, yeah, you have the power within you. See, what the problem has been, it's like you've dealt with people, that word, oh, wow. Y'all ready for this? You've dealt with people whose power was outside of themselves. See, without this lion, this person doesn't look like they have much power, right? You and your power, you have power in the spiritual realms you don't even know. So a lot of people, ooh, 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 here we go, Aquarius, you ready? A lot of people have suffered karma behind the way they treated the oracle. Those who treated you like this, made you feel bad. In that moment, they looked like this. In that moment, right? But God, in His grace and His mercy, put them in this energy, so they can really yearn for the oracle, which is you. You see how his fingers look like they can't really touch the pentacles, but they really want to. Sometimes they can't even get to you. This is the power of you. Aquarius, I can go on and your energy, you have no idea how deep it goes. It goes so deep, I guarantee you, if I kept going, I could get to this card and tell you your whole life story on why things have went the way they went. But I'm gonna leave it here with these two cards. Ever since you were younger, you knew there was something special about you. You may have even used to have a little nickname that your parents used to call you, or a nickname that your a teacher, a friend, a family member, someone gave you that has to do with the sun, that has to do with light, that has to do with like being a covering for many. Wow, being a covering for many. You are, Aquarius, the oracle. What does that mean, Black Madonna HP? What does it mean? Beloved said that's something that you already know. Go in and discover it. Okay, Aquarius. So that's the message I have for you, my love. I thank you guys so much for tapping into Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, and so take care.